We appreciate you. And guys, Mr. Embry is leaving tomorrow for a month-long trip. And so we really appreciate you taking this time to speak with us as you're preparing for your trip. And so you've been in contact with me. I'm Ebony Woodruff, and I'm one of the Federation Fellows. And so also on the call, we have Ms. Dania Davey, who is our Director of Land Retention and Advocacy. If you want to say a few words, Dania.
Hi, Mr. Embry. Thank you so very much for sharing your story with us. We're very eager to share your experience with the judge. So thank you for making the time to talk to us.
Absolutely. And also on the call, we have Frank, who is one of our summer legal interns. And he'll be here taking notes. We're also joined by Mr. Mark Rosenbaum, who is one of our partner litigation attorneys. Do you want to say anything?
Jess, it's very nice to meet you, sir. I work with Public Counsel. We're affiliated with the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights. We do a lot of racial discrimination work. We're based in LA and really looking forward to talking with you. Thanks for making time.
And also we have Ms. Adrienne Petty, who's joined us. And would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Hi, Mr. Embry. My name is Adrienne Petty. I'm a history professor at the College of William and Mary, and I'm preparing an expert report. So I'm really eager to hear your story as well. And thank you so much for giving us your time, especially since you're about to travel.
Okay, so before we get started, Mr. Embry, I would like to ask if we have your permission to record. We record for the purposes of going back to make sure that the notes we take during this call are accurate.
Certainly.
Are you okay with that?
Oh, certainly.
Thank you. We appreciate you. So I'm going to start recording now.
Recording in progress.
Okay. So would you please state your full name?
JEmbry.
Okay. And Mr. Embry, is there a race or ethnicity that you identify with?
Yeah, typically African American.
Okay. And how old are you?
73 this past April.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
Thank you, thank you.
Mr. Embry, are you a member of the Federation of Southern Cooperatives?
No, I'm not, although I have been following the work of the Federation for many years. Also, I'm good friends with another named Ben Burkett. He and I have traveled to Italy together numerous times for the Slow Food Terra Madre gathering. And so forth. But before I know you have a list of questions and you all got schedules and things, to do today. But let since you all began with the introduction of who you were, let me just, before you ask your questions, let me just mention a couple of things you may get to eventually. I mentioned that I'm leaving out of town tomorrow on what I call this joy and justice journey that takes me southern route out west to the Bay Area, then to Hawaii, and then back the northern route. And it's based upon a campaign that we ran with Slow Food called Joy and Justice. So I'm visiting a bunch of places, co-ops, especially food co-ops along the way, slow food chapters, friends of mine who are involved in food sovereignty, food justice, food security work. I'm going to the federal parks, of course, and hang out in Yosemite and the redwoods and things of that nature. And I'll be visiting just other folk, especially people who are involved in not only the justice movement generally, but in particular this intersect of food and agriculture justice, which is the foundation of our country, stolen land, stolen labor, and that intersect of food and agriculture, because we were brought here to do food and agriculture. The land was taken to do food and agriculture. So food and ag represent that foundation of our nation's injustice, and then thus all the other injustices that we oftentimes are involved in come from that original kind of intersect. And for me, then, the food and ag represents a fulcrum of transformative potential for the entire country. So it's a blessing of mine to be here in Kentucky on a farm that goes back in our family to 1800. Okay, that's how we claim it. We were brought here from Virginia in an enslaved condition around the year 1800. We claim it from then. We came here, we worked it, we loved the land. Grandmas had babies in the field in the land. The farm I live on now, we purchased after the Civil War in the year 1889. So we as a family, 5 generations, and the whole community here, a little small black community here in rural Madison County. So we've been involved in, if you will, in the justice movement, okay, ever since we've come here. And as small farmers, and I call